So here's what comes in the box. This is an additional jack stand that I purchased too, so I can adjust the trailer up a little bit higher whenever I want to load it onto my truck, my driveway, since my driveway is at a slant. All right, we got a small box here. It has the instructions, a handle, whatever. Oh, this is the plates for the back, and of course your screws here. All right. Oh, have your wheels. We have to put in the wheel bearings here. So that's one wheel. Second wheel. Then we have the jack itself. Let's see what's in here. Piece of wood. I don't know what's in there, but a piece of wood. And we have the jack itself. One cool thing I just noticed is that it comes installed like this, and it comes in the way you need to install them. Whenever I say that, I mean washer. These are your wheel bearings, the outer, inner, another washer, wheel bearing, inner, outer, another washer. So that's how you need to install them whenever you put it back on there. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and take this apart and then start installing the wheel bearings onto the. Have a 19 and a 19 here. Let's get that off of there real quick. I just have a spare piece of wood here. Spare piece of wood, a dead blow hammer from Harbor Freight. I'm gonna take this wheel bearing, just one little tap. That's good, that's flat. All right, bolt, washer, wheel, washer. See if we can pull this back a little bit. Wheel. See if we can get in this last washer. All right. Got a 19. Got my other 19. I'm gonna snug it up, but I'm not gonna tighten it down too much. I might loosen that up a little bit too. Yeah, there we go. So it spins a little bit more freely. Spinning free, but not moving too much back and forth. So I don't have to hook the trailer up to my truck. I'm going to use my high lift jack to lift up the trailer so I can replace the tongue jack. Of course, there's wheel chocks on the back, so I don't have to worry about that. All right. Pretty steady, the trailer's up. So this is the OEM jack that I got with the trailer. Some of these trailers, missing Overland trailers, do come with ARK jacks already. This just came with this standard jack here. This jack is good if you're not doing some off-road stuff, but as I do more off-road stuff, in some of these videos, I'll probably put up a video here. You can see where this handle continuously hits on rocks, and this wheel is just dangling, and even just scraping along rocks too. So. Hopefully the ARK jack will alleviate some of these problems that I'm having. Then plus on top of that, it's just an ARK jack. It's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. This is a 15s. Just that simple. Back plate here. I'm gonna clean up some of this dirt up in here, and then we're gonna place the ARK jack back on the same side. Okay, now that that's clean, we're gonna try to mount this ARK jack. You got your 4 bolts and nuts here. We're just gonna do 2 of them for right now. And then you have the backs, these C channels, U channels. We're just gonna have them facing this way, and then put the nuts on the back side here. So they're gonna go on like this. I'm gonna start with the top one just to get it sitting up there right, and then move on from there. So just screws on a little bit. Just gonna hang it. I'm gonna take the other side. All right, we're hanging loose. Oh no, I might need wider ones. As you see here, it's just not wide enough. The bottom here is kind of angling out. So I went by Ace Hardware and got some stainless steel bolts and washers. Hopefully these are long enough. The measurements for these are M12 and the pitch is 1.75. And they're I believe 100 millimeters long. If you have the Overland Summit, they're kind of about the same size as the boats there. They're a little bit shorter. And since I didn't know what size that I was going to get, I got them fully threaded. But I have some little sleeves that these can go into. So whenever the jack is resting up against the rail here, it won't scratch the paint out of there. So we're gonna go ahead and do a test fit on these and see how they are. All right, we have the bolts on top. Gonna try to set it back. This top part here is just so I have a place where I can hang it from. We'll adjust that once so you put all the weight onto the bottom screws. All right, so that bottom's done. Let's do the other one. All right, the high lift jack is down. So we're just gonna bring this down, try to make it as level as possible. You notice this front is still kind of out there, so we're gonna bring it back down. All right, that's all the way down. Now what I don't like right now is this big gap between there. So we're gonna rectify that. So after some careful consideration and going through many different options, I decided the best approach was to make this gap as small as possible, since the bar on the Summit is super thin compared to what this jack is meant to handle. So I'm gonna make it super thin, put it in the middle here, try to get these as perfect center to those bars as I can to create equal pressure. And then I'm gonna set the trailer down on the bottom ones here, and hopefully this will protect the powder coating there. And then from there, we're gonna tighten it up and see how everything reacts. We finally got the ARK jack installed. I decided to go with the two holes closest to the center right here and tighten those down. I took the jack and butted it up as close to the bottom as I could. So whenever the trailer is resting, it'll be resting on the bottom bolts down there. Speaking of bolts, remember we went to Ace Hardware and got some M12s by 1.75s to extend it out a little bit here, so I would have enough room on both sides. I think it turned out pretty well. If you see it on this side, they're not sticking out too far. So some of the features I really like about the ARK jack, and the reasons why I decided to get it, is how versatile and steady it is compared to my other jack. Some of the features I really like is this handle comes off, so I don't have to worry about this hitting rocks like they normally does. This tire is big and bulky with dual tires. Also, it locks into place. If you've seen my trailing videos, you can tell my tire is just swinging down here back and forth, bouncing off of rocks. So hopefully this will alleviate that. The only thing is with the Mission Overland trailer is I had to put it at this particular angle because it wasn't going up and down because this box was in the way here. But that's not a big issue to me. I can put it up and down or sideways. It doesn't make a difference. This handle here is a metal handle with plastic around the actual handle part. Pull it out. drops down. Beautiful. This handle over here can maneuver this whole piece up and down. That's all the way up. And even with it all the way up, still nice. And then if you want to lower it, put on your handle, start lowering it. This handle here also that controls the swivel can either go in or out and stays there. Once you get down far enough, this wheel becomes free and it'll rotate just like a regular wheel. Another reason I got it is because it has this optional stand that comes with it. I really like this stand because my driveway is at a big slant. I can take this adjustment for up and down, drop it all the way down, then slowly but surely. Yep. Now I can drop it all the way back down. One of the reasons I like dropping it back down, because sometimes before I go camping, I'll jump into a trailer and clean up everything and make sure everything's good. So I want it to be as close to level as possible when I'm in there. Hopefully I'll get to hit the trail soon and show you some footage of how the ARK jack actually works in real world scenarios. I'm looking forward to like probably towing this through like a mud puddle or up an obstacle using the jack itself and a winch line, just to see how extreme off-road this jack really is.